Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. What an absolute pleasure it is to be here at the Canadian Manufacturers and Exporters Convention right here, beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland. We're talking about embracing excellence. Three big themes we're looking at. We're looking at talent, technology, and technique. I love talking to these folks one by one to learn what they're doing. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
Sure, it's great to be here with you today, Alan. My name is Natasha Hudson, and I am the Program Director for Technology Acceleration and Adoption with Canadian Manufacturers and Exporters.
Okay, so break down what that role does.
What does that mean? In the big picture, sort of the grand scheme of things, my role is to help CME members and indeed advanced manufacturing companies across Atlantic Canada to implement advanced manufacturing technologies into their businesses.
Well, that's sometimes a costly thing to do, right?
It can be.
How do you break down barriers there?
So that's why it's really important to do it strategically and with the right education, awareness, advice, and advisors.
Right.
So when we're talking about advanced manufacturing technologies, we're really talking about Industry 4.0. Some people are calling it Industry 5.0, the 11 pillars of technology. So this would include everything from AI to robotics, automation, big data, cybersecurity, digital twin. There's all kinds of different applications.
Right.
And essentially, the why is because by implementing these technologies, you improve your competitiveness, your productivity, your profitability, and it also helps you address some of those gaps that we're currently seeing around things like skills, and of course the labor shortage that every industry and every sector is facing right now. So when we're talking about helping companies to implement these technologies, we're really talking about bringing together things like workshops, guest speakers, special subject matter experts, consultants. At CME, we also, apart from our focus on advanced manufacturing technologies, we also have a program called Lean. And Lean is a certification program where we have facilitators that will come in and work with our CME member companies and take them through process improvement from wall to wall. The big challenge, of course, with any sort of implementation of a new or emerging technology is doing it strategically and doing it correctly so that you're maximizing your value. You're ensuring that it's going to integrate with what you already have, and that you're not creating more problems for yourself down the road. So by leveraging people that have done it before, people who are out there doing it with other companies, by talking to subject matter experts, you can hopefully make smart decisions so that when you implement these technologies into your manufacturing company, that you're going to see the real benefit and the ROI that you should derive from it.
Right. Talk to me a little bit about talent and upskilling talent. I know a big relationship's been formed, Key in College, offering some courses. Talk to me about that whole upskilling of talent.
Yeah, absolutely. And then again, like I said, the gap around skills and the labor shortage is something that every SME, whether you're in Newfoundland, Atlantic Canada, North America, we're all facing this challenge. Fact of the matter is we have one of the oldest populations in the country here in Atlantic Canada, and Newfoundland a bit further again. So how do we address the fact that we don't have the right people with the right skill sets at the right time? Well, one way to address that is to upskill the current folks that you do have, right? So right now we have a partnership and a collaboration with Key in College with support from the government of Newfoundland and Labrador to upskill 350 folks in the manufacturing sector across Newfoundland and Labrador. So this program is 100% fully funded. It offers a 6-week micro-credential program for folks who are in the manufacturing space. And it provides them with the foundational knowledge to take you from, I don't know what a ChatGPT prompt is, to you have the foundational knowledge, you've built a project that is applicable to your use in your workplace, and hopefully setting you up for further exploration and further implementation of artificial intelligence to help you close that gap. Because there are some skills that, are going to be automated.
Right.
AI is not going to take your job, but AI is going to support the people who will take your job because they're going to have the skill set, right?
Yeah. The way you describe that collaboration between sort of the government as a funding partner, Key in providing the education, the industry association, bringing industry to that's a near perfect solution right there. We have three big pillars all working together for the benefit of the entire group.
Yeah, and it's telling tales, but most of my career has been at that intersection, and it can be challenging to work there. Business talks one language, government talks another language, industry associations and the ecosystem talk another language. But you need those three groups to come together, and I really feel like this project is a great example of how you're leveraging the expertise of those three groups. Government understands the policy levers. Government understands what's going on in the big macro economic climate. They understand where we're going. Business understands how to drive business. Business understands how to get the things done, how to, push through, reach those strategic goals. And then the industry associations understand how to collaborate together, how to be that voice for a sector and industry. When you bring those three pieces together, then you come out with something like the micro-credential program that we have. We're not going to move the ball by industry associations playing alone, or government playing alone, or by private sector playing alone. We move the ball when we move it together.
Right.
I firmly believe that.
Big conference, a lot of people engaged, a lot of great conversations happening. How has it been?
Fantastic. I think we've broken our record for attendance this year. We're pretty close on it. Great conversations. We had a panel this morning specifically on our AI project. We also had a great keynote from Seamus Blackmore, who is with Trudell Medical, really focusing in on AI as an enabler in businesses. But it's not just about AI, of course. It's also about, upskilling, some of the other things that we talked about. Been a great conference today, and I think one of the really nice things that we're seeing here is, going back to what I just said a couple of minutes ago, you have all three pillars here.
Yeah.
So we have the ecosystem folks here, we have the private industry folks here, and then we have the important stakeholders from the public sector also here at the table. It's really important that if we're going to come together to discuss things and have strategic learning opportunities, that we're all at the same table, so that when we walk away, we have the same vision, we've had the same understanding, we've had the same talk.
Well, there's little doubt about it. Everybody here seems to be on the same page, and that's a lot to do with the work that you guys are doing. Thanks for being on the show, and we appreciate the conversation.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Alan. It's really nice to have Gale Force Winds here, and let's get going.